The longer I teach students about my anti-boring toolkit for managing time, organizing, and study skills, the more I realize how exactly appropriate all the tools are for grown-ups too. Really, these are living your life tools and not just study skill tools. And let me give you an example. So, at my recent free live event, which just by the way, if you want to come hang out, get some good advice and hang out with some pretty cool people, gretchenwagner.com/live is my monthly free office hours. Come be with us. Find out when the next one is. But at the March 2022 live, an educator showed up and asked me, when should I really start building my business, Gretchen? When do I need to start paying you to get support to get my business up and running? This does not sound like a study skill question, does it? But it is one, because my answer to her was the very same answer as I would give to a student who's asking about studying for a test. And that is, I led her through a process that I like to call backwards planning. Now, I know the camera flips this, so I don't know if this arrow is actually pointing backwards or forwards, but I mean for it to be pointing backwards. Now, with students, when I am helping them, I often ask the question, how do I need to prove my knowledge? Is it on a test? Is it with a project? How do I need to prove it? Once we know how you're ultimately going to prove, once we know what's at the end, then we can backwards plan and figure out what you need to do to start and when you need to start it. So for coaches, like this person who asked me this question, the relevant question for her, back to her, was, how many clients do I want and when? I asked her that. And she said, now remember, we're having this conversation in March of 2022. And she said, oh, by next school year, so by August, September of 2022, I would like to have 3 academic coaching clients. She's also a teacher. So she said, that's how many I think I can work with while I'm also teaching at my school job. And then I said, oh my God, great. How good. Now that we know what the goal is, then let's plan and let's say, yes, now, no time like the present, jump straight in. We still have 2 to 3 more months of school right now. And so you and I can work together to build your basic materials so that you can get them out to the world before summer, so that then you can slowly find those clients by the beginning of the school year. Knowing the end product, knowing the goal really helps you backwards plan to what you need to do next. So here's some advice. If you are a student who is thinking, oh my God, I want better grades by the end of the semester, or I want less stress, now is the time. Don't delay to get yourself an academic coach. There are links below that take you straight to all my anti-boring approach trained coaches. You can pick the one that's right for you. If you are an educator who is thinking about or really wants to have a few clients at the beginning of next school year, do not delay. Now is the time, spring of 2022, to work through my Launch Your Biz materials and get your little bitty business off the ground. And I don't often tell people that I have a free resource, but I do for folks who are growing their own business. And again, there is a link below in the notes that tell you where to go to become one of my anti-boring approach trained coaches. And this is a little free 10-day email course that I call, Do You Want to Become an Academic Life Coach? And I give you all kinds of behind the scenes information about what it's like being a coach and how to get your business off the ground. So don't delay. Backwards planning. Do a little backwards planning for yourself. And if you are somebody who wants better grades by the end of the school year, or if you are somebody who wants to start your coaching business at the beginning of next school year, now is the time. Please join me. You can also go to gretchenwagner.com/live and come to our next April free event, but that may be too late. So I encourage you to work through all of these other resources now. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next week.